What's happening, everybody? I'm Tyrone Bowman. This is Tyrone Bowman Tonight. Actually, this is the live version of Tyrone Bowman Tonight. This is the debut version. And Tyrone Bowman Tonight, it is an inspirational, motivational, entertaining, conversating program. And what you'll find happening with this particular show, I'll be talking to men and women from all walks of life, interviewing them and conversing with them, because it makes a difference when we are utilizing what I like to call homegrown talent and abilities. And also, if you haven't subscribed to Tyrone Bowman Tonight, please take a moment out to like this channel and subscribe. And you'll find out there are over 400 plus videos that have been archived and that have been cataloged as well. And hopefully, you'll find something that's very interesting that can inspire and motivate you to live your best life. There's something I've discovered, and that is this. Most individuals don't know what they want out of life because they can't make up their minds as to what they want. The first step towards succeeding is one making up his or her mind as to what they want to be, to do, and to have. When individuals are indecisive, thank you, sir. When individuals are indecisive, they're going to find it hard to be able to go forward in life and succeed. No matter what it is, if you can't make up your mind as to what you want to do, how can you do it? You notice indecisive people are people who procrastinate. Procrastinators, the word procrastinate means to put off. They're indecisive. They don't know what they really want. And when you deal with fickle-minded people, those type of people, they can be destructive people because they will sabotage every good thing that you're trying to do. So in order to succeed, I'm going to talk about two people on tonight. In order to succeed, one must get to the point where they make up their minds as to what they really want to do. That's the first step. Everything else will fall in place eventually somewhere along the line. But you can't get weary. Weary people are people who will quit. Do you think, and I know for a fact because I've taken the time to do the studying and the research over and over and over again, do you think that the most successful people in the world succeeded when they first tried? No, they did not. They failed more than they succeeded. Failure is not an option. Success is a must. Success with integrity. Success with principles. Success with godliness. Success with the right motivation. Good evening, Ed, my hero. Success in the right way will cause you to enjoy success once you get it. But if you get success the wrong way, like so many people do, they're going to find out that they're not going to enjoy that success. Why? Because you didn't get it the right way. But when you painstakingly lay the foundation, when you painstakingly go through the trials and go through the tests, go through the heartache and go through the pain, then you're going to succeed. Never let anybody tell you that something can't be accomplished. Now I'm going to ask you the question again. What do you want to be, do, and have with your life? There is a book that I've been talking about for a long time, written by Napoleon Hill, and I think I'll do a whole live on that one. Think and Grow Rich. It is a powerful must read. It is a powerful study. It's not just something you should take lightly. And there's another book that I encourage people to read. That's the Bible. It is the most inspirational, motivational book that I've ever studied in my life. Do you not know you can find whatever you're looking for in the Bible? You can find heaven in the Bible, or you can find Hades. You can find success, or you can find failure. You can find health and wealth, or you can find poverty and lack. You can find salvation, or you can find an eternity lost. It's up to you. What do you get out of the Holy Scriptures when you study them? What do you receive when you're alone by yourself and you're meditating? I have in my hand a book entitled Succeeding Against the Odds. That's the title. Let me put it up there. Succeeding Against the Odds. The inspiring autobiography of one of America's wealthiest entrepreneurs, John H. Johnson. And I'm going to read the jacket in a moment. But we've all read Ebony magazine, Jet magazines when we were growing up. All of us, when we were growing up, what did you see? You saw three things in the black household. They had grease, a can of grease on the stove, and they also had a Jet or an Ebony magazine on the coffee table. Or they had them in lined up, making them look real good and look real nice. That showcased who we were. John H. Johnson started Ebony magazine on a wing and a prayer, I should say. The year was 1945. In 1945, the banks wasn't, and they still aren't, loaning money to African Americans. But he had a vision. He had a dream. A young man from Arkansas who came up the hard way during the Jim Crow era. Hard segregation. And what did he do? He did not give up. He went to his mother and he sat down and he had a conversation with his mother. And he asked his mother, could he take the brand new furniture that she had just purchased and pawn it for $500? That $500 was the seed money for the Johnson Publishing Company, also known as Ebony magazine. By the time Mr. Johnson passed on, Ebony magazine, or the Johnson Publishing Company, they were bringing in $500+ million per year. It was the only African American owned publishing company in America, and the most successful publishing company in America. Fashion Fair, cosmetics came from the Johnson Publishing Company. And don't forget about the cosmetics line. So let me read this from the jacket here. Succeeding Against the Odds. I urge you, get a copy of this. I got this copy from Amazon for about $9. It was cheap. Get a copy of it and study it. Read it. It's a blueprint for success. In 1918, John H. Johnson was born in a tiny roofed house near the River Levees in Arkansas City, Arkansas. How did he get from there to a Lakeshore Drive condominium on the banks of Lake Michigan? How did he escape from desperate poverty to become the most successful Black businessman in American history and a member of the Forbes 400 list of wealthiest Americans? Listen to what I'm telling you tonight. Don't ever let anyone tell you. Listen, beloved. Don't let anyone tell you, irregardless of your past, irregardless of where you've been, irregardless of what you've done. Everybody has a story. Everybody has a history. Everybody has something in his or her life that they're not proud of. The greatness of America is the American story behind the greatness of America. You can prosper in this nation when you can't prosper in others. That is a stipulated fact because individuals are coming from all over the world to America. For what? For money. I did a 3-part series called America Runs on Money. Go to my YouTube channel and check it out. Tyrone Bowman Tonight. America Runs on Money. It is a powerful teaching, a powerful inspirational, motivational teaching that can inspire you to look beyond where you are and look beyond what you're doing. Look beyond your circumstances. Look beyond your pain. Take that pain and turn it into gain. Take your pain, take your mishaps, Take the trials and the tests and the heartache and the pain, turn it into gain. Read and study the stories of the most successful men and women that you know today, and you'll find out that each and every one of them, pardon me, that each and every one of them have a story. I said each and every one of them have a story, and I'm going to be bringing some of them on Tyrone Bowman tonight. Here in an autobiography as open and high-spirited as the author himself, Johnson gives us his dramatic and inspiring life story, how he founded Ebony Magazine and built a multi-million-dollar cosmetics and insurance empire, all from the $500 he borrowed using his mother's furniture as collateral. It is a vivid eyewitness account of the black struggle to make the American dream a reality, a black reality from the days of Jim Crow to the Camelot of the Kennedy administration and even to the Reagan White House, rich with the business wisdom and wit of an irrepressible entrepreneur. Succeeding against the odds is also a premier to teach others, regardless of their color, how to make the journey to incredible financial and personal accomplishment in their own lives. Johnson takes the reader along when his determined mother leaves behind everyone and everything she knows to take the train north to Chicago, because that's where her son can get a high school education. The hard years, the short but shameful years on welfare, give way as Johnson goes after his dreams with unstoppable energy. Here are the real-life lessons he learned, his can't-fail advice to new entrepreneurs, the important tips he learned from politicians and other top achievers. His three rules for selling anything, or his three rules rather, for selling anybody anything in 5 minutes or less, and the special Johnson radar that beams in on those ideas that are sure to make money. But most of all, John H. Johnson shares with us his vision. In 1945, he was convinced that Black Americans needed positive images to fulfill their potential. And so he created the magazine Ebony. He believed then and believes now that you have to change images before you can change acts and institutions. He also says, my story is not a black story or a white story, it is a green story. Never forget that the power of green, baby, is more powerful than any power that you can ever imagine. I'm gonna come back to that in a moment. It is an inspiration to everyone who aspires to break loose from the chains of mediocrity and poverty. Powerful. This man of strong ideas puts forth the values that shaped his life, the importance of hard work, strong family support, and a healthy and sound mind and body. Today, Mr. Johnson has passed on. Today, he lives on the highest mountain in Palm Springs, next door to Bob Hope. He's lunched with presidents and met with Gorbachev. He's beaten the odds against him. Now he tells his secrets to dreamers and long shots everywhere. And the message he delivers is, this is how I made it and how you can too. Get a copy of it. Succeeding Against the Odds. And if I would title this tonight, it would be Succeeding Against the Odds. It doesn't matter how the odds are stacked against you. It doesn't matter where you've been. And it doesn't matter what you've been through. It doesn't matter how many men and women have counted you out or will count you out. What I have found out is this, from studying the lives of the most successful men and women who've ever lived, young and old, rich and poor, black and white, and in between. The difference between success and failure. Those who fail always give up. Those who succeed, they never quit. Always remember that. If you give up every time a trial comes, every time a test comes, every time a set of circumstances come up against you, you will never achieve your goal. One of the main reasons why so many men and women are despondent because they allow the news media to program their mind through propaganda night and day. They are inundated with bad news. They are inundated with fear. They are inundated with lack, poverty, disparity. Do you really think that the news would come on so much if the owners of the stations didn't make money? Let me say that again. Do you really think that these institutions of propaganda would be in business if they did not make money? The anchors would not be sitting in the anchor's chair if they were not delivering the ratings that's necessary. You can succeed. You can thrive. You can excel. You can rise above your circumstances. This is not just some motivational talk here tonight. This is reality. And I'm going to tell you this as I get ready to leave. You're going to work harder than you've ever worked before in your life. You're going to fail more than you succeed. Circumstances and situations and problems are going to arise. People are going to turn their backs on you. Family and friends that you thought you knew, they will begin to despise you when you begin to make up in your mind that you want something greater than your neighborhood. You want something greater than your environmental surroundings. You want something greater than what your parents and your grandparents and your great-grandparents had. What legacy will you leave to your child or children? In the final hours of one's life, it's not how many things you have to leave behind, but what is your legacy? For those of you who will view this video later, I want to say to you tonight as I look into the lens of this camera, you can be whatever you want to be. You can do whatever you want to do. And you can have whatever you want to have. But you have to be determined that you're going to pay the price to get it. How much do you want success? How bad do you want those college degrees? Introspectively, go deep in the inside of your mind. Go into the chambers of your mind. Throw out everything that is negative, everything that is refuge, everything that is doubtful, every bad experience that you've ever had that you're holding on to and seemingly can't let go. Don't make resolutions that you know you can't keep. And don't tell everybody about what you want to achieve in the coming year. Just achieve it. That's all you have to do. Keep your plans private. Stop broadcasting it to everyone and everybody. They'll see your success. They'll see you striving. They'll see you going forward. They'll see you excelling. And when you begin to excel, when you begin to go forward, when you begin to prosper, guess what? Everybody loves, salutes, and celebrates a winner. The winner's circle awaits you. And I'm determined to do my part while I'm here on this earth. Until next time, I'm Tyrone Bowman. Never surrender. Never quit.